So we are doing pretty well on time. We are just about 20 minutes behind, but that's all Sanjeev's fault. So I know people have said 3 or 4 years, so we'll say 3 because, looks better. And I want to just thank a couple of people. And this is just the journey up until this point. And after this is going to just be what we'll discuss this afternoon and thereon, right? So these are some early folks who helped us with concept leadership. And this started in 2018. Most of the people on this slide, and they did speak, but I wanted to point out 2 individuals you may not realize were really critical. So Dr. Collins, who was the co-chair of AMP Executive Committee, really put his weight behind this as an important area that needed to be developed. And David Woolley, who most of you will not know, is my boss at FNIH, and he has now his role has expanded quite a bit, but was also instrumental in making sure that this concept actually came in front of the executive committee. So I just wanted to, for those who did not know, and clearly those 2 are not here in this room, but wanted to say that this was important for their support was important for this. And then we had a massive design team. Many of those people are in the room. But Rob and Vandana really did a lot of the work. They did a lot of the writing. They did a lot of the, aligning of everybody's different ideas and thoughts. And that took some real leadership. And then there are a bunch of people who you've seen in this room and you don't know potentially, and I want to name all of them. So you have Lynette Nguyen, who helped wrangle everybody for the design phase, who's over there. Harina Raja, who's helping out. You've seen her name, and she's going to be helping with the execution of the program. Amy Ahmed, who's here, as well as Heidi Blythe, Brianna Mills, and Matt Slater, who are all helping us with the fundraising to launch this effort. And then Laura and Ryan at the Northwestern University and working for Sanjiv, who have been tirelessly working. So these are also people who are very passionate about getting this work done. And we are all contributing in our different ways. So just want, let's please give everybody a round of applause for all the work they've done to get us here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. 2 quick comments. I've had the opportunity to say thank you to leadership for support within NHLBI, but there's a team of people that did a lot of the work to get this across the finish line. So I just want to ask them to stand up when I call you. Renee Wong, Patrice Nickens, Emily Tinsley, Jackie Wright, Shweta, Megan Grant, I think is not here, but all of these people do public service. They don't get the fame or the fortune, and I just wanted to take the opportunity to recognize them. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We have a really great team, and that makes it worthwhile to put in all the time to do this kind of thing. Finally, Javed gave us a history of how this all started. And I remember 4 or 5 years ago, I gave him a very lukewarm invitation. And I said, there's this FNIH meeting. I'm not really sure what FNIH does. I don't really know if it's worth your time to travel, but can you come give a talk? And I'm glad he said yes. Thank you. And that sort of started our expedition. So thank you for saying yes.
Okay. So I just have some final words. Just 2 things. So number 1, I feel like the luckiest person in this room because I've been working with many of the academics in this room for 15, 20 years on HFpEF, and we finally have a treatment for HFpEF. People can't say HFpEF is untreatable because we have SGLT2 inhibitors, but the reason I feel lucky is that we have our industry colleagues, many of whom I've worked with also for over 10 to 15 years. And when we were putting down these things here, the name tags and trying to figure out who goes where, someone said it feels like it's a wedding reception, and it really is a marriage of academia and industry here, and hopefully we'll give birth to an amazing heart failure program. Sorry, but I know I'm very, very cheesy today, but it's lack of sleep and working too hard. But I also know that we're all scientists, and I really want to encourage you and really demand that as scientists, as good scientists, we're going to be questioning ourselves. Are we doing the right thing? Are we pushing ourselves hard enough? Are we being innovative enough? This afternoon, please stick around because we're going to go over the nuts and bolts of HeartShare. And we really need you all to be very engaged and active and say, hey, this is not good enough. We need to do even better. And we need to push even harder. And we need to make a really, truly innovative, game-changing program. So that's the challenge for you all. And thank you very much for your attention.